What's going on, everybody? This is Kev signing here. I'm back with another video for y'all. So this is a little bit more special type of videos, a little bit more of a vlog style video. So today, guys, I'm going to be bringing you a special type of video to the channel, which is I'm running my friend's LGS store for the weekend. He took some time off the family, needed somebody to run the store. I said, yeah, 100%, I'm willing to do it for him. So this is actually the store right here. We are located here in the Brandon area, 1343 Oakfield something. Look, the address for it and the website and everything for his stuff will be into the description. You guys want to come by to his shop, check it out. But yeah, he started this particular LGS. Just kind of give you guys a little bit of story on it. He started this LGS about a year ago. When he first started this, man, let me tell you, like, there was like nothing in here, and at first he couldn't actually figure out what he actually was. Like, a lot of customers walked in and thought he was actually a pawn shop, because this guy has had so much stuff in storage over the years. He could literally sell toys, goodies, whatever, yeah, shoes, clothes, whatever. So he was just selling a little bit of everything. Eventually, he kind of sized down to now he mainly focuses on Pokemon cards and sports cards. So if you guys either a sports card person or a Pokemon person, he's got your back here, man. Generally, they're usually closed Mondays and Tuesdays if anybody does come on by it. Every other day, they generally are open, weekends included, of course. Now, I wouldn't be running a shop here on the weekend. I thought it'd be pretty cool that I actually vlog my experience, kind of show you guys a couple things around, maybe, you know, how things are run via the LGS, you know, maybe get a little bit insight on it, have a little fun with some of the customers. But yeah, we're currently out here right now. Thought this would be really cool. Thought it'd be a good way to kind of start it off. I'm actually going to vlog the inside too, so you actually see the inside. Now, my friend's shop, like I said, is actually about a year and a half. So he actually started his shop prior to the crazy Pokemon boom. So he's in it now. He's in it now. So like I said, him and CNA Games, a lot of like LGS store owners, brick and mortar store owners, you know, they're going through a lot right now, especially with everything that's happening in the Pokemon community, guys. So again, make sure that you're supporting your local shops. Of course, you know, when I say that, if any local shop is scamming you, then obviously don't. But you know, if they're really good local mom and pop shops like my buddy's store, or like there's another shop down over here called Nerdy Neats I'll go to all the time. He's really awesome. Those are the LGS stores. So you guys want to type of support, don't buy your stuff at GameStop, because GameStop's almost like these LGS stores now. They're outsourcing just like my buddy's shop. So if you're going to pay those type of prices anyways, might as well do it with your pop and mom shop, guys. They really need it the most. Don't pay your stuff at GameStop, okay? Anyway, we're gonna get into it here, man. I'm gonna show you guys some of the inside, some of the stuff, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it, okay? All right, guys, so we are currently in the shop as of right now. So you guys actually see a little bit of the background currently where I'm sitting at. This is predominantly the main area of the store. It actually has particularly 2 units, but the back unit we're still in developing currently as of right now. So we only use the front right now. Predominantly in this area, which I'll show you here in a second, has a lot of the sports stuff, and a little bit on the side over here it also has some sports stuff. But predominantly right here, man, it's gonna be all Pokemon. Now, what you guys currently see right here now, guys, usually by the end of the day, all of this is sold. Maybe not the sports stuff, but generally all the seal stuff that you see now is sold, even at the prices that my buddy has some of this stuff on. Because right now, guys, like I said, just Pokemon is just really exploded. It's just crazy currently as of right now when it comes to the particulars on the prices. So like I said, you guys see my first video where I cover CNA Games and had the challenges that he has to face at his store is actually the same challenges that my buddy has to face at his current brick and mortar when it comes to particulars on the sealed product. Just because, again, prices are just crazy, and even with the particulars and the margins that we'll make on the stuff that we do, if the stuff goes up, then our margins getting hit by the newer price that's moving up. Like, we could take the 151 behind me, for example. Me and my buddy used to be able to pick that up close to around 90 bucks to 100 bucks a box. We usually sell for 120. For one point, that's where the prices were at for about 100, 120 bucks a box for the 151s. And now you cannot touch it unless you're willing to pay 160, because we're getting it close to 130, 140. So the small margins we are making on it, because you guys got to think about it, $20, making $20 a box, right? Let's say I sell all 3 of my boxes there, that's only $60 in profit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with the overhead he has and everything else, you know, it's not as much profit as a lot of people think. That's why as of right now, you guys are thinking about making a brick and mortar store. Again, I don't recommend it just because the way things at right now, unless you got a crazy amount of capital that you're willing to throw. There are a lot of guys that have a lot of money out there are still thinking about doing it, even in this bull market. it's going to be very, very extremely difficult. That's actually why I actually wanted to record some of the stuff here. Now, we actually did get a couple customers that came in. I did do a couple pack battles with a couple customers here at the store. Some of them didn't want to get recorded at all. So, of course, I always ask everybody, even though like in this whole area recorded, but you know, just for YouTube videos, things like that, I always ask people who want to be polite. But we did do a particular pack battle. I'm going to put up on the screen the poll that I got. I got a mask ball and a Pokeball from the Prismatic. He actually pack battled me for one of the Prismatic tins right down over there. And it's kind of in a way for me to have fun with the customers and kind of a little bit of strategize, sell some more stuff as well, because I play high stake pack battles. The way that I usually do pack battles is that, let's say the customer wanted to do it with the tin, so we did, right? We each get one pack. Where I guess the highest hits out of the pack, right, is the winner. They get to keep all the cards, and at that point in time, they have to pay for the tins. Usually, even if I win, I always give the cards to the customers anyways. I don't really care too much. It's just a way for me to have fun with the customers and just get some more product out the door, right? And it's a fun experience. So a lot of customers usually go for it. I always let them keep the cards. I just tell them that, like, I'm going to keep the cards. In the off chance I pull something crazy or pull like a demi, you know, I usually split with them. But that's neither there or there. Anyways, I did give those cards out to the gentleman, even though he lost. But yeah, he had fun. He was actually happy with the pull that I got, because if I get crazy pulls and they get it, then a lot of times they make their money back. So again, just a little fun way, kind of moving some products here at the shop and have connect with some of the newer customers. A lot of our regulars do it a lot with us, so I have a lot of fun doing pack battles with them. But yeah, we have some. Right now, we have a very small, limited quantity of items. I would say we got some prismatic tins, some Paldean tins. We got some Japanese stuff that just came in this weekend, which is good. And then we also got some sleeves and blisters and things like that. But like I said, just the way that this market is happening, this stuff will probably sell by the end of the day. My buddy will have to go out and buy some more, and then we'll have to play this whole dancing game and everything over again. But at least you guys get to see the majority here. Not everything's fully cleaned out yet, so there are still a couple things we're moving around, getting rid of, moving things out, so making more room for it. And once we get the secondary room up, that'll predominantly just be for sports cars, and this whole front area will just be for Pokemon. Because most of the times when customers come here, that's what they're looking for anyways. Majority of the time is for Pokemon stuff. We do a lot of stuff with the sports, but it isn't as crazy. I think that's why a lot of people don't have a sports shop, or at least I don't see it as common or as often. But Marco's like to dabble in a couple things, so happy for the brother. Let me kind of show you guys around, walk you around. You'll be able to see a little bit of the shop. Okay, so we're up near close more to the sealed collection now. Yeah, I just get a little more close and personal with the product. So like I said, he's not as an established stores as a lot of some of the local areas. He started about a year and a half ago, right? I think in the time that he's done, especially for the time and effort he's been putting into it, I think he's done pretty good. Now, of course, with everything kind of ramping up, he wants to start doing a lot more into the business. So we've been trying to help him out, We're trying to get things going, especially in this crazy market right now, right? But these are all particular products that he has, again, just outsourcing, because there's no way to get from distributors, suppliers, or getting very small stuff. So he outsources, just like CNA Games and a lot of other folks, right? The local shop down over here, Nerdy Needs, I'm not sure they're doing the same thing. They kind of have other things that kind of fall back on, but a lot of other shops, I know they've been particularly outsourcing. And y'all already know, it seems like GameStop is now outsourcing too. But yeah, these are particular products we got in. A lot of, some, if not all, right, of these particular Japanese boxes here, we got, my buddy actually gets from the same supplier that I do. So I'm kind of currently waiting on right now to kind of get a couple things going until I can get a lot of my product in. But my buddy has a head jump. Like I said, he runs a store, so we need to get these products, so he does get them in. He usually tries to have a generally good amount of selections into his stuff. So, you know, he'll keep up, has battle partners right over here, for 151 right over here. We got some Stellar Miracles, Twilight Masquerade. We got some behind here, Trestle Festival right next to the Prismatic, man. Y'all already know. And even at these particular prices, I feel like at this point, a lot of customers just understand the effect and what's kind of going on with the Pokemon community. It's hard to get things, prices are going up, and I'm starting to see more and more folks are supporting the local LGS store, which is great, because again, they're going to be the ones affected hugely by this current impact in, you know, what's going on in the Pokemon space. So we actually want, again, that's why I keep saying, want to support your brick and mortar stores, man, because a lot of these stores for the longest time still did MSRP even at these crazy high prices. Now it's just getting to a point where they just can't, right? So, and I don't blame them. It's just, that's the way of the market. They have bills, they have overhead, they have employees they have to pay, they have a lot of things they have to do. So again, guys, can't say this enough, support your local LGS stores. But yeah, every time I come in here and I see like a decent, like, this isn't even like fully stocked, this is just like partially stocked. We actually had customers that came already started buying stuff. So but yeah, generally he likes to keep like some English if he's able to get a good amount of English. This doesn't always happen, but majority of the time he does like to keep up Japanese. Japanese is just a really good play, of course, especially if you get it at a good price. But even with the Japanese stuff, everybody knows some of that stuff is even going up too. But for him, some LGS stores like to stick with the English. He actually does both. He does a lot of Japanese and English. Mainly the things that always sells the fastest in the Japanese for him is usually the battle partners, especially 151, Trustful Festival, of course. We have a lot of folks that like the Stellar Miracles. I'm a big fan of the Stellar Miracles myself. And then as well as the Twilight Masquerade. We also, right over here, I'm going to go ahead and pan the camera right over here in a moment. We're going to look at these display cases that he has, because he also has display cases of singles, because he also sells a lot of singles here as well. And guys, usually if you're trying to get the best trades, and I do this all the time in my buddy's shop with customers all the time, you guys are usually trying to get the best trades. Your local LGS stores are usually going to give you a better pricing on it, unless it's some kind of corporation. In some cases, some of those LGS stores, you know, might be you know, a little bit more cautious, I would say, when it comes to the singles, because you got to think about it, especially with a market right now, a lot of these singles are going up, going down. Cars that were like $3 now are like $20, and there's current crazy buyouts and things like that are happening. Some of these LDS stores are going to be a little bit more eerie of what cars they're going to pick up to sell, because again, they don't want to be left on the back. So I don't want you guys to think some of these stores are completely trying to, you know, take you out of your value when it comes to the cars, but you know, they also have to worry about their future investment and see if they're going to be able to sell you that car, right? You know, so but generally I would say LGS stores are usually going to be the best way. You go to a corporate, anything corporate shop, like Cool Stuff here in the Florida area, GameStop, they're not gonna give you as much value as you're gonna want out of your car generally. The local LGS store is a little bit more flexible, especially if you're a regular that comes to buy from them all the time. They're usually want to do a lot more deals. So again, support your LGS stores, talk to them, get to know with the community there. A lot of them have trade nights as well. My buddy has trade nights happening at his shop. So yeah, moving on to the next area. Okay, next section or next corner of the store here, guys. So this is generally where he's going to keep a lot of his singles that he usually sells at his stores. He's a little bit more different when it comes to it, because I know a lot of shops, they're going to have like a lot of display cases and real estate, and you could kind of look down, and he does have that over here, which I'll go ahead and show you, or you guys already seen in the first clip. But he also, for slabs and a lot of singles, he's going to go ahead and hang it up here. I do need to arrange some of these, because there is a slab right down here where the non-slab is, so we definitely do need to get that changed out. So let me move this up right over here. Here we go. So bam. This is actually his first tag slab that he ever, this is actually my tag. This is my N restaurant right here. And believe it or not, this thing, even in the tag 9, is actually going pretty well here. So it is actually his first tag slab that he picked up for me. He's going to try it out. Generally, a lot of LGS stores, and again, of course, my buddy's store, they're going to take CVC, PSA, of course. That's what he generally takes in. He does have a lot of slabs. He actually used to have a lot more before all this crazy Pokemon stuff happened, and then he's been selling off a lot of singles. I think like right now, the single play for a lot of stores is going to be the way to go, because, you know, they're selling and buying so much singles. It's pretty crazy. Not just my buddy. I know Danny Phantom's been doing that. He said in his video he's been doing a lot of single buying and selling. I think there was another PokeTuber, I forgot which one it was, but I know they were doing it. There's a couple folks that are doing it. Single plays right now might be a play, especially you guys have valuable cards, so you guys are able to pull, look at it, you know, here. But yeah, he has a lot of particular singles here, have some right down here as well. In total, this whole wall has about 8 of these display cases. You already know I have about 2 of these in my personal bedroom from our hits and everything. I think these are awesome. You know, Temu guys, you can pick up 3 of these for like $100 on Temu. But yeah, he has a phenomenal selection of cards. He's always doing trades with the regulars, and the regulars are, some of them are pulling some heat, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So when they pull heat and they want to trade in for other stuff or the sale product, because that's what tends to happen in a lot of cases. We have customers that come in just to buy sale products, and we have customers just to come in to kind of buy the singles. So that's why my buddy's doing a lot of single stuff, because when the customers come in, they want to do trades for the singles. They usually trade those singles for sealed. He'll take that automatically and he'll sell the singles, because again, he just does a lot of singles, right? Believe it or not, some of these cards in here are also mine as well that I've actually pulled. There's Mewtwo right here. I'm gonna take it out so y'all can see. Let me see here. This Mewtwo card right here, as y'all can see, I actually pulled 3 of these on the channel, and I gave one to my buddy, or not gave, I sold one to my buddy for some seal stuff. But he ended up picking one of these up here for me. He actually currently has 2 right in here as of right now. So, you know, he doesn't mind picking up the heavy hitters too. So he doesn't shy away from that. He has a Magikarp in here. At one point, he did have the full evolutions of the 151 Squirtle, but again, a lot of customers bought that out, so I think he only has the regular Squirtle now. He has a Zapdos in there, man, which I think is really cool. I pulled in those Zapdos as well. He has a lot of even vintage stuff down here as well, which is really cool because a lot of folks like the vintage stuff. So he also has vintage. Like I said, the slabs here, generally most of these slabs in here are going to be 10s or 9. I think most of them are going to be 10s for the most part. And I think with the crazy stuff that's going on with like currently right now with the Crown Zenith, because now Crown Zenith is exploding. The actually Lucario VMAX, the promo from Crown Zenith is going stupid crazy in the PSA right now. So my buddy actually has that in the shop here. So we got a PSA 10 of it. He's selling it for $135. Y'all look for this card, come on down to Turbo Weird Shop, like I said. Now with this here, this just looks slab. This is fantastic. Look at that, y'all. So y'all already know. Y'all already know. So he does have some promos, man. He got some really nice single looking cards up here. He's kind of getting a couple done. So it is looking smexy. Man, if I only have photos of when he first started the shop up a year ago, you guys wouldn't believe how it looked compared to now, man. And there's still a lot of work to be done here. So guys, it's a lot of hard work that you're putting in when you're going and actually opening up an LGS store. And this is before the Pokemon boom. So imagine trying to open one up now during the Pokemon boom, right? Into the next corner. Okay, so we're here at the next session of the store. This particular wall right here, I think some LGSs do this, but they just don't promote it as much. So maybe a lot of people don't know, but my buddy started doing this. Some of the cases right over there actually are for consignment. I think it's really good, especially for singles. There are a lot of people out there. I know a lot of even some of my viewers out there that just don't know what to do, or they want to take the time to sell their singles, or maybe it's just too it's just a little bit too much, right? Some people don't know where to sell. Some people don't like eBay because they take a huge profit from them as well. They take a huge cut, by the way, if you're doing it on eBay. You know, and there's other places. So consignment has actually become a huge thing. It's been a thing for a while now. There's a lot of people that actually do consignment. As far as I know, I'm not sure if every LGS store does it, but I know my buddy does. It's actually something he's been doing. Now, I think about 3 display cases right over there. There's about 8 display cases on that side that we were just at. 3 of them are currently on consignment for a couple folks, and he has been selling those. It's, guys, like doing consignment at a store is a lot more easier because they have a name, they have a brand, they have a community, people already trust them. So it's a lot more easier. And generally, again, the fees for some of the consignment definitely isn't that bad, especially, you know, like my buddy, he actually doesn't charge that much as far as I know, especially for I think like he charged you just for like the display. I think he charged you like just to rent the display is like $15, and then any card you sell is like a very small percentage or something like that. But I think it's really cool because all 4 of these are going to be here up for rent and for consignment as well, just like the ones over there. Which is really nice. So if you guys are looking at maybe selling some of your cards, you're just not sure where to start at, what to do, how to do it, you know, maybe you don't want to take the time to do it, right? Because sometimes I'm like that too. Look at doing a consignment. There are websites that are doing it, but if your brick and mortar store does it, that might be a better option, because if they do it, you got anytime you need access to your cards, you get access to your cards. If you want to go ahead and put more cards in for consignment with them, you can. It's a lot more easier for the drop off and having to ship to somewhere. I think there's like a consignment website, is like I don't know. It's the one that Nostalgicnomics always promoting on his channel. I think they have like a whole consignment website you send up to them. It's pretty comparable to eBay. So price wise, I mean, you're about the same, if not a little bit better. But honestly, in my opinion, I think if an LGS offer it, I think that's going to be the better way to go because again, you can drop your cards off, grab it anytime you want. It's a lot better to know who you're dealing with via like a company, you know what I mean? So I definitely think this was definitely a good thing for him to do with the shop because it has definitely bringing in traffic and more people. And the people that have their stuff in consignments also tell people, hey, my cards are at this shop. You go look at there. There's a person that will help you out there. So, you know, there's definitely going to be some customer service that comes in with this. So again, you don't even have to be here to sell your cards. Somebody will be here, predominantly one of my buddy's employees or him himself will be selling the cards for you. And they're good guys, you know, and he has a very, very loyal community when it comes to buying singles too. So again, the single players now are pretty insane, guys. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I thought this was cool. Wanted to show you guys partially of that store there. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you the back stock of things here in a minute. Kind of show you how you don't organize, you guys don't know how to manage things, you're going to get backed up with stuff. And that's what happened to my buddy. So I'm going to kind of show you that real quick here as well. If we're looking at it here, this is actually the secondary room. Eventually, it's going to be just for sports. Right now, we're kind of using it as a storage. So he has just been loading things up. Like I told y'all, when he first started this shop, you couldn't honestly tell if it was a pawn shop, a trade shop, a toy store. Like he just had so much stuff. It was pretty unreal, y'all. Pretty unreal. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But a lot of the stuff is gonna be organized and moved out of this room here soon. Then he's gonna turn this whole secondary room into sports, and the whole front will be dedicated to Pokemon. Let me actually see if I can set this up here so y'all actually see me in here real quick. Hold on. So now I'm in the back room with the back stock here, and as you guys see, it's just kind of over the place. He has like a whole bunch of bulk he has to go through, man. Stuff we got to move out, things we got to sell. A lot of the stuff's also on eBay, so there's a lot to kind of do. So again, like I said, there's an ugly side definitely when it comes to owning an LGS store, especially when you're first starting off and you don't have any employees and doing this yourself. There's going to be a lot of stuff you're going to have to handle, you know, and again, when he first started off, it was really, really bad. Believe it or not, it's actually even as bad as how it is. We are working, like I said, to move a lot of the stuff out, turn this secondary room into a complete sports section, and have the whole front to be Pokemon. But at one point, a lot of this stuff back here was also Pokemon as well. He just ended up, again, with crazy market, with everything kind of going on right now. He shifted almost the front, almost completely Pokemon, and kind of pushed all this other stuff to the back. Eventually, we're going to move all of this out, so we can also start using the very secondary room. But yeah, I mean, like, all it takes just to kind of start a store, if you're still crazy enough to actually start doing it, it's just a little small, a little area to kind of start with. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit. I'm gonna show you kind of like the highway here. Like, he has bulk on bulk. I'm not gonna go down here, but y'all see this is just all bulk right here, y'all. Some of these here have some very heavy hitters when it comes to singles here. Some of them are just going to be crazy amount of just normal commons and uncommon bulk cards, but he has it going straight down, y'all, to where he has a huge amount of product when it comes to the singles. Like I said, he's been doing a lot when it comes to particulars on the singles, so that's kind of been like a thing he's been doing. So right now we're backstock with a whole bunch of singles of bulk we have to work through, but not as much as the seals. Y'all can already see, because like I said, seal wise, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the store here. Seal wise here, let me show you a little bit better. So those right there, you guys can see is the full cases right there, looking so smexy. These are the ones that are kind of in the consignment. Right over here, like I said, it's kind of where you kind of ham everything. That's where all the seal is. But ultimately, y'all, you know what I mean, for the most part, like I said, it's not like it's a very small shop, but he makes it work, man. And he's been business, and you know, he's building his own community here, which I'm happy for him. Just like how we're currently building a community on our YouTube. So yeah, so that's kind of showing off a little bit of the store, man, so y'all kind of get a little bit of feels of everything, kind of see how my buddy's shop is. I actually want to kind of do a tour of my buddy's shop for a while now, so you guys can kind of see even a small store like this, you know, where they're currently at, they can have a little bit of success. And of course, as I just kind of promote my buddy stuff a little bit here, and I thought it'd be a pretty cool video, of course, you know. So some people actually didn't think I actually had a buddy that's crazy enough to run a store. Well, here you go. But yeah, here's the complete of the store, guys. I mean, I'm telling you guys, ever since I've been in this hobby, it's been one of the best things ever, man. I've been enjoying every single one of your guys' company. The channel has been exploding. We've been doing phenomenal, which I'm super happy about. You know, I'm happy to also bring some traffic to my buddy, give my buddy some energy, kind of bring his store to life. Because trust me, at one point, this store is not to life. So I'm glad that things have been moving. Things are also going to be getting better as well. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to show you this here. I might sprinkle some clips on me with some customers, maybe not, just depending on what they say. If not, just a store tour is good too. But like I said, I've been running this particular store here for particulars on the weekend, you know, going through bulk, selling, negotiating with customers, restocking, and things of that nature here. But man, it's been a fun ride. You know, I think it's definitely interesting running the store for the weekend, y'all, you know, but like I said, definitely a lot of work that you'd be putting into it if you guys are thinking of joining, making an LGS store. And like I said, PokeGNS has already said it, man. He already said it. Don't do it. And I agree with him. It is extremely hard right now. My buddy had to store prior to all the crazy Pokemon stuff. If you are crazy enough to do it, good luck, my friends. But other than that, y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Peace. I'm out of here.